How is pain and suffering calculated in personal injury cases? Imagine waking up after an accident and feeling the ache in your body and the weight on your mind. How do courts or insurance companies put a dollar amount on that pain and emotional distress? That's what we're here to find out. When someone gets hurt in an accident, they can seek compensation for the physical pain and emotional suffering caused by their injuries. But because these damages are not tangible like medical bills or lost wages, figuring out their value isn't straightforward. Instead, there are two main ways to estimate what they might be worth. The first is called the multiplier method. This approach takes the total economic damages, like medical expenses and lost income, and multiplies that number by a factor that reflects how serious and long-lasting the injury is. Usually, the multiplier ranges from 1.5 to 5. For minor injuries, a lower number might be used, while for severe or permanent injuries, a higher number is appropriate. For example, if your medical bills and lost wages add up to $20,000 and your injury is quite serious, a multiplier of 3 might be applied, resulting in $60,000 for pain and suffering. The second method is called the per diem method, which means per day in Latin. This approach assigns a specific dollar amount to each day the person experiences pain and emotional distress. For instance, if the daily rate is $350 and the recovery takes 100 days, the pain and suffering damages would be $125,000. This method can also be used to estimate future suffering if the injury causes ongoing pain. Insurance companies might use special software to calculate these damages, often leading to lower settlement offers. The final amount is usually negotiated between the injured person and the insurance company, or it can be decided by a court if the case goes to trial. Injuries that cause permanent disability or long-term impairment tend to justify higher awards. Remember, the amount of economic damages influences the pain and suffering calculation, especially when using the multiplier method. In the end, these calculations are based on careful evaluation of how the injury impacts a person's daily life, recovery process, and emotional well-being. Both methods aim to give a fair estimate of the pain and suffering endured, helping to ensure that the injured person receives appropriate compensation for their non-economic losses.